Hello, this is Castle David, and welcome to part 4 of my playthrough of Crash Team Racing. And in this part, we're going to tackle the Citadel City race trophies, while the last part we tackled the Glacier Park race trophies and defeated Komodo Joe for the 3rd boss key. And we're also going to get the last and 4th boss key. And to start off, we will go to Engine Labs, and judging by the name of Engine Labs, this is of course Engine's track, so he will of course start first. And this is probably one of the one of those tracks that kind of gets you, I don't know how to put it, but it's just, I'll just say that the track is just full of boost pads. So it's a pretty good track, in my opinion. And, for those of you who were wondering why I had a second file there, as because I was thinking that I may need to have a backup file just in case my commentary messes up or something like that. So I thought that would have been a good idea to do. Pretty wise choice. And if you jump onto this boost pad like this, you'll actually get a lot more boost of speed. But if you don't hop from the edge of the ramp, you'll actually go like super fast whenever you get off the ramp. Same thing goes for that other ramp before it's you go into that big boost tunnel. You'll see what I mean in a second. I mean, you see I'm jumping off the edge of the ramp, but don't jump here. You'll go like super fast mode like that right there. And I think another reason why I like this track is because of that boost tunnel right there. I think that was a pretty good feature for the track. Those parts can be pretty scary. That was close right there. And Tiny just got hit by my Nitro. I saw it. It's always a good idea to try and take a shortcut over those little gaps. Kind of feels like I'm going 1.5% faster, or 1.5 times faster than normal speed by doing that. So it's always a good idea to do that. I'm not even gonna bother worrying about trying to hit someone since I'm like seconds out in front of them. So I'm not gonna be hitting anyone today. Well, in this race anyway. Whoa, buddy. Kinda messed up. Oh well, what doesn't matter? What doesn't matter? Barely made it. Thought I probably wouldn't make it since I didn't have the boost going. But it's a pretty straightforward track, if you get used to it, that is. Oh, Tiny's moaning again, and Polar's just sleeping.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
And before we go into the next track, I just want to point out something real quick. I'm sure you guys are noticing that every time we go into different sections of the world map, the music kind of stays the same. Well, every time you go into different sections of the map, the rhythm and the instruments will kind of change a little bit, so it's a pretty good, nice feature to put in here. Okay, so now the next track is Cortex Castle. And judging, of course, by the name of Cortex Castle, this is obviously Cortex's track. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and make Cortex have a very bad day. I mean, that's what we're always supposed to do. Every time we try to go confront Cortex, we always try to make Cortex have a very bad day, right? So that's what we're going to do right here. We're going to make him have a very bad day at his own level. Watch out for spiders. I kind of think that his little avatar there on the left is just so silly. I mean, it's like his lips are just He's like, Oh man, I missed the Wumpa. Oh well. I'll just get this one then. Who's the lucky one? I think I had a Cortex. I think I got Cortex with my TNT. I'm not sure if I hit him with the dynamite. Yeah, shortcut right here. Spiders. Spider sense is tingling. Watch out for them Spidey. Spidey, Spidey, Spidey. Not another missile. Cortex is all the way down in 7th place. He's having a bad day. Alright. He pretty much had a bad day ever since I got him in my TNT. Damn it, dropped. I thought I pressed the circle button, it just didn't want to drop the nitro for some reason. I got engine. Still made it in the shortcut anyway. But not much though. I probably shouldn't try to go for engine. I should try to at least get Cortex some more. He's in 7th place right now. It'll be really funny if he placed last at his own course. And that would make him definitely have a very, very bad day. If he does that, tiny one in my little potion bottle. If he plays last, then I'll just laugh. I mean, Dingledile should catch up to him because Dingledile is pretty much faster than him. Well, his higher top speed. I messed up again. Kinda jumped a bit too early. I don't know if I should finish the race right away. I want to see if Cortex will finish last. Let's see. Come on, finish last. Get in last. Come on, get in last, you. Come on, get in last. Nope, ain't gonna happen. Oh well. Oh well, I'm sure 7th place is gonna make him have a very bad day. But if he finished in like 2nd or 3rd, he would be crying on a podium. That would totally prove that he was having a bad day. So he would have a bad day either way. But I just thought it would be more of a bad day if he was crying on the stage or crying on podium. Either way. Speaking of Cortex, I'm definitely gonna before I go into the next race, I'm gonna definitely point out that I will. There's a good chance I will probably do if I were to do my next Crash Bandicoot playthrough, not after this, but I will probably do Crash to Insanity because I just like that game. I think it's just probably the funniest Crash game of all time. I mean, Mind Over Mutant is a funny game, but it's just not really that good, decent gameplay. I don't think I should do a playthrough on Crash of the Titans or Mind Over Mutant. But I will definitely do Twin Sanity, then I'll do Wrath of Cortex, Nitro Kart, Tag Team Racing. Tag Team Racing's funny also. I may do Tag Team Racing. And I mean, unless you guys really want me to redo the previous games, so like Crash Bandicoot Warped, Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, and the first Crash Bandicoot. Oh, I forgot Crash Bash as well. I will definitely do that. But unless you guys want me to do the Crash games I've already done, since I'm now at the Elgato and have provide better commentary, provide better audio, better game audio, just let me know in the comments and see if you want to do that. And Pinstripe's actually, of course, is the boss for Citadel City. And we're going to go and drive on this track, Hot Air Skyway. And in my opinion, this is probably one of the most unique designed tracks out of the entire game. I just like the idea of having to race in the air. Really nice. Get out of the way, Cortex. I think I pushed him off. Oh, no, I didn't. If I pushed him off, that was so funny. If I pushed him off. Yeah, if you guys heard that in the background, that's my dad trying to get my kitty. Trying to take one of the kitties, and that was a pretty bad fail right there. Sorry, that's why I was so silent. If you guys were wondering who was that in the background, that was my dad. He was coming in here to see if my kitty was in here. And there he goes, out the door. Yeah, I just happened to be paying attention. Okay, back to the track. Or, excuse me, real quick. Gotta close the door so I don't disturb my parents. Sorry, I just don't want my parents thinking, David, what are you doing? It's like, I'm commentating, don't you see? And that's my stupid chair. I had to realign. Okay, back to the race we go. Sorry about that. Stupid. Sorry. Stupid headphone wires are bothering my foot. Really, you're trying to shoot a missile at me like that? Oh, okay. I forgot to tell my opinion about this track. I do like this track. There's some parts that I like about this track, and probably just one little part of this track that I don't like. Like whenever you have to go to that big, huge ramp and try to get across that little fork. I mean, trying to get on the right side, it can be pretty tough sometimes. I mean, you just gotta have a good jump, like at the very, very edge of the ramp. I mean, because if you don't really get a good jump at the edge of the ramp, like that, you're gonna fall and not make it. That's probably the part of the track that I don't really like. Sometimes, anyway. I mean, because trying to get across that jump can be pretty annoying. I mean, you gotta really time your jump. I think Cortex just ran into my potion. He's on my TNT. Sorry, I just can't resist. I mean, if you were playing this, you just can't resist. You can't resist laughing to Cortex whenever he gets hit. You can't resist. Shake that booty. Yeah.
Congratulations. You win a trophy.
Okay. That takes care of 15. And one more trophy to go. And for this last 16th trophy, we will do Nitrous Oxide's track. Oxide Station. And another one of those unique tracks, in my opinion. Since it's the, we race out in space. Space race. And whenever you play through this track, it just automatically makes you think of Crash Bandicoot 2's Cortex Strikes Back space levels, Piston It Away, Rocket, Pack Attack, and Spaced Out. It automatically makes you think of those 4 levels. I mean, the music kind of fits it, kind of sounds like from those 4 levels. So it's a really good track. Oh no, missile! That was pretty. I can't believe I just had to get on the wall to make it miss. This is probably the cool part of the track right here, where you get to float in space. Really trying to shoot a missile at me like that? You crazy. And what I was trying to do is, I didn't think I would avoid the missile. I was trying to actually jump over the wall, and you can do that, but not at that placement. You can't jump over the wall. You have to go a little bit higher, or at least get at the tip of the little ramp that you go up. Not another missile. Coming through. And I saw in a video of someone just at the very beginning of the race, they would just turn around and go the opposite way of the little turn, and they would get on the wall, jump over onto the other section of the track, and then you'll see what I mean here in a second. Well, at first they would just turn around and get on the wall on the first part of the track, that little very big loop, that little big circular part. I'm talking about this right here. Jump over that. Probably one of the cheapest shortcuts out of all the other racetracks. Probably one of the cheapest shortcuts in the game. But back to what I was saying about the other shortcut. They would get on the wall of the first turn, and they would just get onto the bottom of the circular turn, and they would end up on the exact same spot of where I just landed. They would end up on the exact same spot. Like they'll get on that wall right here, then they'll continue coming back up the other way, getting on that wall, jumping off, and getting past the space jump. Which is a pretty crazy shortcut. I think he had like 45 seconds in that time. 42 seconds, somewhere around there. It's just crazy. And just because I think this shortcut is just super cheap, such a cheap shortcut, I won't do it every single time. I probably won't do it the first go round whenever I go through the space jumps. Because if I do the whenever I'm doing the time trial, because if I do the time trial and get the relic, I'll just go through the space jump on the first lap, just so I can get all the boxes that I need, and then I'll go through the shortcut. That way I can really improve my time. Cortex is in third. He's gonna have a bad day. And since we got the 4 races and 16 trophies, that means we're gonna take on both bosses. But first things first, we have to take on Pinstripe for the last boss key. In order to then after since we would have all 4 boss keys, then we will be able to challenge Oxide. Oh, quit crying. Alright. Check out this dialogue of Pinstripe. I think it's just so epic.
Why, you call that racing? Forget about it. If you's gonna face Oxide, you's gonna have to get past me first. I'm the speed champion here, and I'm gonna save the world. And for a sizable fee, of course.
That is just completely epic. Probably what I'd expect if you were to hear from a mobster Potoroo. From a guy who's half kangaroo, half rat, like a species of rat. I'm suppose that's where the Poto came from, and the Roo is half kangaroo. I need to do my research on animals to see where the Poto comes from. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, I think Pinstripe is probably the hardest out of all 4 bosses. I mean, I'm not talking about Oxide, but out of all the 4 bosses, Pinstripe's probably the hardest. Because he will spam those dynamites. He'll spam those pretty fast. So I mean, just try it. He's gonna be kind of hard to dodge whenever you're behind him. So it's best that you just go ahead and just get in front of him as quickly as you can, as soon as you can, basically, so you don't have to worry about the dynamite. Touch my shield, I dare you. Touch me. Touch me, I dare you.
Yeah, right.
Dang it. I just wanted to touch my shield on him. That was a pretty bad move.
Have some of this.
I also like his dialogue and whenever he races. Oh, don't hit me. Damn you. What? Did he actually hit me again? Wow. Or he didn't really hit me, but my avatar showed up red. Oh man, easy. Whoa, baby. I mean, it gets kind of tense when you're with him. 3 missiles. Got him. See ya. Not to mention, Hot Air Skyway is probably like the... I'm not sure if it is the longest track or Tiny Arena is. They're both sort of the same length. You just gotta... But I think Hot Air Skyway is just a bit shorter than Tiny Arena. I think I'll save my missiles just in case he ends up passing me again. Oh, I forgot to mention that there's a shortcut in on this track, and I'll get to it whenever I get on the third lap. If I could just get around that turn just once, that would be pretty cool. When I'm doing the slide boost, it just seems you just make that turn look, that big hairpin look sexy. It just seems really sexy if you're able to get through that hairpin doing the slide boost.
Watch your back.
I'll get to it right here. Okay, you see that bridge? Well, you can actually jump over that, but they would usually turn around at this point and then try to jump over the bridge, like as soon as they get at the very tip of the ramp. But it can be pretty risky most times, because sometimes you may not jump over the bridge, or you may jump over the bridge, but if you jump over the bridge, you would have to do like a very, very tight 180 degree turn, and try not to fall off the track. But that's pretty easy to do, to fall off the track like that. So I wouldn't really recommend doing it unless you're really, really good at it. Unless you spend the time practicing the shortcut. I never really spent that much time doing it because I kept falling off the track. So from my point of view, I don't recommend doing it. So now we have defeated Pinstripe, and we have gotten all 4 boss keys. Now we are back here at Gemstone Valley. The reason is because we're going to be challenging Oxide. Like I said before we race Pinstripe, we're going to take on Oxide since we have all 4 boss keys. So, let's do this.
So, you's beat me fair and square. I doubt you'll be as lucky with Oxide. Here's a key for your troubles. Oh, brother.
Well, the little terror vermin has finally collected all the trophies to become world champion. What took you so long? Now we prove who the fastest driver really is.
We most certainly will. I may as well go ahead and just do the Oxide race. Just go ahead and just get it out of the way, because the next part we will have to deal with the extra stuff to get for the 100%, or 105% actually. Well, to get everything else basically. You cheat! So, don't even think that Oxide's gonna be an easy money, because he will spam every power up. He's gonna spam every power up, so it's best that you keep a safe distance from him, especially from those Nitros. Oh my god, I can't believe I actually jumped that one. Oh, he hit me again. Really? I'm stuck here. He may think he's won, but I will certainly catch up. Because the Chaos Lord says so. That's why. And the Chaos Lord always wins. Always wins. But don't underestimate Oxide. He's a really fast motherfucker. Really fast. Stupid potions. See if I got him. I got him. But he's not like every other character that will like flip out of control, except he'll just spin around like that. But whenever he stops spinning, he'll lose quite a bit of speed. Oh, and I forgot to show you the last time I raced on this track. Is that whenever he does the several laps in that same exact pattern, like whenever you finish a race, they'll just do those laps in a certain pattern. whenever it gets to the space jump, it'll do like a very epic engine sound, really epic. I just thought I want to go ahead and put that out. That's got to have a better, that's got to have a good be at the exact same spot in order to the exact spot when I cross the finish line in order to make it happen. Because as you saw the last time I raced on this track, I finished the race at the left side, but then Crash automatically went to the right side. So I have to cross the finish line on the right side in order for him to go to the left side, because it only works whenever he's on the left side. To hear the engine sound whenever he goes across the space jump, it only works whenever he's on the left side of the track. So in order to do that, you have to go across the finish line on the right side, right here. That's where you have to finish in order for it to see it happen. And when I was a kid, whenever I used to race against Oxide or just basically just play this game all the time, I used to kind of get annoyed by Oxide, since of course all the bosses will say like a lot of stuff, since they'll be spamming all those power-ups. Stop interrupting me, Oxide, please. I'm trying to talk here. Well, anyway, since all the bosses will be talking, that's what they always do every time they use a power-up. And since they're spamming them, that's what they're going to be doing. They're going to be spamming comments. I wonder if Oxide's spamming hate comments because I'm like seconds in front of him. That'd be funny if I was able to hear that. Okay, let's get across the finish line on the right side. And he goes to the left side like I thought. I have no idea why he goes to the opposite side whenever you whenever you cross the finish line. He goes to the opposite side on some tracks. It's kind of weird. And look at how long he's keeping up that wheelie. He's just keeping up that boost pretty good. He may even do it from both ramps, because normally he'd do it on the first ramp. Look at how much he's keeping that wheelie. That's crazy. He lost it. Okay. Here comes a very epic sound. That little whap 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 sound. I thought that just sounds really epic. It only happens on this track though. I have no idea what causes it to happen. And normally he would do it on the second ramp, on that other ramp, as soon as he gets done, lands on the after the big jump. Normally he would do it on the ramp after that, but sometimes. And just because we defeated Oxide for the first time doesn't mean it's over. We still gotta get all the CTR tokens, the relics, the gems, and basically everything else. And that's what's gonna happen in the last couple parts, just to get all the other extra stuff. And we're going to watch this little cutscene because Oxide had a very bad day.
I can't believe you beat me! I never lose! How embarrassing! I'll be the laughing stock of all Gasmoxia! Fine! Your miserable planet stays gushy and green. At least you still haven't gathered all my time relics. Until you've collected all of those and raced me again, you'll never be able to claim you are the fastest. This won't be the last time you'll face Nitrous Oxide. We will meet again.
It certainly won't be the last time. Of course, we'll have to take him on the second time after we get everything. Basically, you have to get all the relics. All 18 relics. And of course, I'm going to get all platinum. Like I did. That's because of how epic I am. And, basically, these guys here are the guys that just revolutionized Naughty Dog, and they're making all the future games. These were the, true badasses of, Naughty Dog, is what I like to call them. Basically, all these guys are, well, the majority of the reason why I wanted to become a game designer or a graphic designer, graphic artist, game artist, whatever you want to call it, is mainly because of Mark Cerny, because he's one of the greatest game producers or programmers of all time. Since he's helped with Crash, he's helped with Spyro, he's helped with many projects. So I think he's one of the greatest game producers of all time, in my opinion. That he is my inspiration of wanting to become basically just something involved with making video games. But these guys were probably all these guys. Naughty Dog is my inspiration of becoming having a job dealing with video games, video game designer, whatever you want to call it. I call it game designer. You call it your way. And I'm still trying to get all these other classic PlayStation games that I want to do for playthroughs, and just want to play them in general, because there's still some classic games that I missed getting as a kid, and I just want to be able to get them and do playthroughs of them, just have fun, just feel like how it was back in the late 90s, because I think the late 90s was probably the best time I've ever had in my entire life, because this is when of course the PlayStation was made, and it was just my childhood. And let me see, the games I'm talking about are like Armored Core, the first Armored Core, Steel Rain, Blasto, the Japanese version of Ace Combat 3. I do have the American version of Ace Combat 3, Electrosphere, but I do have the Japanese version on my PSP, and I'm probably like any other Ace Combat fan out there and agrees that the Japanese version of the game is better, because there are a lot more missions, or a couple more missions, a couple more airplanes you can fly. Just a couple more stuff that you're able to access than the American version. So basically, I'm wanting to get I really want to get those 4 games, just have fun with them. I think there are a couple games that I might want to get, but I just can't really remember them at the time at this point. And I'm gonna have to wait until I'm able to get more money onto like a prepaid card, like I mean, I'm not talking about a prepaid card that you have to deal with monthly fees on. You could just be able to load money on there and not have to worry about fees, and then you can pay it by PayPal or pay it on eBay, or use eBay or Amazon. Probably I'm gonna use eBay a bit more than Amazon. I'm not saying Amazon sucks, but I was recently just looking at those 4 games, and I recently saw, when I was looking at the Ace Combat 3 Japanese version, I saw a new copy of that game was $250. Or, I'm not sure if it was the Japanese version, but the American version, yeah, the American version, excuse me. The American version of Ace Combat 3 Electrosphere was $250 for a new copy, but $9 for an old copy. I was like, really? Am I really going to have to pay $250 for a classic game? I mean, give me a break. So I will have to definitely go for, just buy for an old copy, old copy, used copy, thank you. And that's gonna do it for this part. We have gotten the last 4 trophies from Citadel City. We have defeated both Pinstripe and Nitrous Oxide, and I'm gonna go over to Insanity Beach, because that is the next part of the playthrough that we will go at. We will go through the Insanity Beach CTR tokens and time relics. Because like I said, these next couple parts are going to be dealing with the CTR tokens and time relics. Of course, in the next part, I'm going to go, and throughout these next couple parts, I'm going to do them by section order. So, of course, I'm going to have to start off with Insanity Beach and just keep going. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this part, and I want to give you a chance to visit my Facebook and give a like to that if you like everything that I do. And of course, if you like everything that I do, you can also follow me on Twitter. So, yeah, just if you want to give a like to my Facebook, go over there and drop a like. If you want to follow me on Twitter, please follow me. And the next part, we will tackle Insanity Beach, CTR tokens, and time relics. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and as always, take it easy.